And the suspect is in custody today after opening fire at a Baltimore University campus. Police were called out to the Blount Towers Residence Hall at Morgan State University this afternoon. They found one person had been shot. The school was put on lockdown, but an all-clear has since been given everywhere except the residence hall. Campus police confirmed the shooting through Twitter and posted that in addition to the suspect, 2 other people are being questioned.
It is clear that Morgan State University has made great strides over the years to make our campus a safer environment for its students and its faculty. However, it is also clear that this is an ongoing process and the job is not done. With that being said, how safe do you currently feel on campus?
How safe do I feel on campus? I feel pretty safe. You know, my opinion is kind of biased because I grew up in Baltimore City and I lived in the Morgan community for over 5 years. So I'm pretty used to the people in the area and the types of things that happen. So I feel pretty safe.
All right, how safe do I feel on campus? To be honest, I don't feel the safest, but at the same time, I don't, look over my back, while I'm walking to class or anything like that. I don't really put myself in situations that I should be looking over my back. I don't go out at like 3, I don't, walking home at like 3 a.m. or something like that. So, I do feel pretty safe because I usually go out when I'm out and about doing my thing. I'm usually out when, stuff usually doesn't go down. So I do feel pretty safe on campus because I keep myself safe.
I feel pretty safe on campus. I'm not the type of person that involves myself in things with drugs or anything like that that'll set me up. So for the most part, I feel pretty safe.
I feel pretty safe knowing that there are officers on campus and there's a police station right on the campus. So, it's pretty safe to me.
In my opinion, I feel pretty safe as well. A lot of people don't realize that the campus has, an escort system. So I feel like if I have any problems with getting across campus, if I'm walking with anything personal, then I would just use that service. And they're making an effort to get the police involved more as a result of the crimes that happened last semester. So for the most part, I'm safe as well.
No, I don't feel safe on campus. Just walking down Hill Road, I think I'm gonna get robbed anytime I'm down there.
Well, I generally feel that is safe. I understand that it's an urban, open campus, and with that it's very difficult to control all access. But in general, I feel fairly safe at Morgan. I think the officers are doing as well a job as they can. As you know, many of the incidents that happen on campus involve people coming onto campus. And as long as you're in an urban environment, that will happen.
What do you think are the reasons for why the robberies reached their peak last semester?
Reasons for all the robberies? I feel as though people who are robbed just aren't carrying themselves or going about their day-to-day activities on a very I would say aware basis. They're not aware of their surroundings. They're trying to do too much at one time. The reasons for it, of course, people are greedy. People want more of what they don't have. Of course, that's going to be out here, but it's all about basically consciousness. Just be aware of your surroundings. Talking on the phone while you're walking, At night, yeah, that's a very dangerous thing because you never know who's coming up beside you, where anybody is. You don't know anything like that. So,
I think because Morgan is an open campus, has a lot to do with it, and the sign is a sign of the times that we live in.
Okay. I think the reason for most of these robberies is because, well, campus police ain't at the right area at the right times. I think they just be eating donuts, sitting around all day.
I think most of these robberies are due to the opportunity being presented to these robbers. People walking around really flashy on campus with new things, and a lot of it has to do with people paying attention, or students paying attention to their surroundings. A lot of people are walking around with headphones on and aren't really paying attention to the people that are crossing their paths, or people are looking down and texting on their phones and not really paying attention. So, that creates an opportunity, or more of an opportunity, for robbers to rob.
I think the reason for the robberies is that people just are not thinking when they when they're out. Like they'll actually walk home. A dude would be too proud to call an escort to go home. They'll try to walk home at like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. It's like easy prey. Like nobody's watching. It's dark. You're asking to get robbed. I'm not saying those people are stupid. They just, I guess, have pride with them. So I think that's why some of the robberies happen. And you have to be smart. This is Baltimore. This is not, this is just Baltimore. Like you have to really be smart about what you're doing.
I think it could be more police officers on campus. I don't see enough as I walk through. Like I said, they could be just behind the camera. You don't know, but I feel like it could be more staff.
The presence of officers, and people need to be able to see these officers, not have to wait till something happens and then call them, because then it may be too late.
Definitely that, yeah. You don't get the impression when you walk on this campus that it's really regulated like that. Most of the time when I walk through the main pathway, I really don't see many, and anybody can come on campus because it's pretty public and open. So.
What improvements do you think could be made to improve campus safety?
There's an officer out on the corner here, and I know that they have some things in place that they're working on. They have a K-9 unit, and they also plan to put those little houses up across the campus. Okay. So, again, I'm a Morgan grad, but it's been a number of years, and I've seen the difference. So I think it goes back to the society that we live in today. But I think Morgan is, Dr. Wilson, I know he's very much concerned about the students and parents and their kids here, and they want to make sure that they're safe. So I think Morgan is moving in the right direction to make sure that we take care of our students.
Okay.
Well, we are doing some of those things. I think some of the activities that are underway include, for example, putting the booths on campus, those security booths, which provides a sort of deterrence. Now, I recognize that people see that, and then if you have bad intentions, you just go someplace else. But we're ramping up the deterrent effect by putting booths in high traffic areas. So if you're in public and there are cameras, then I think that's a good thing. It's unfortunate that we have to always have an eye in the sky, but having an eye in the sky, I think it may not necessarily stop people who are inclined to do things any more than people who are inclined to commit murder, but believe that they're not going to get away with it. But what the security measures help us to do is to identify those persons who, in fact, engaged in that behavior.